So once again in this video, guys, I'll be going through your top suggestions in the cosmetic Discord server. Slowly we are catching up and we are actually making our way down. I'm only around still 3 to 4 months behind, but we're slowly going up. So anyway, if you guys would like to see another part of this video, then go ahead and drop a like on this video. Anyway, let's just jump right into it, and today I'll be going through your guys' top suggestions for the most wanted updates. So the first suggestion over here is buff attack speed on the auto gun 30mm HE Boxer CRV. Because it's trash pro, it can easily be destroyed by any helicopter. Make an KRV cannon for the Boxer, like an Mi-28 at least, or replace Boxer to M1128, Wolfpack or BM2M with 4 guided missiles. I feel like 4 guided missiles, much like the Mephisto, would be just a little bit too much, but I do gotta agree that the Boxer's main cannon should definitely be buffed. I mean, at the end of the day, it is still a Game Pass, and I just feel like the Boxer as a whole, there's not really a way to make it really good. They would actually have to update the vehicle rather than buffing its strengths and weaknesses. I feel like that would just be a much better choice, because right now the Boxer, once again, as a garage vehicle, it does not really fit that well for something that's meant to really stand out. Anyway, the next suggestion over here is give the A10 more armaments, example Hydra rockets, air-ground missiles, or more air-to-air missiles. Once again, on this one, I can agree. However, recently the A10 Warthog has been buffed. It can even destroy the likes of the T-14 Armada in around like 2 seconds or something. That is just really huge numbers. I gotta give that A10 respect, but I feel like extra missiles would really not hurt, since the A10 at the end of the day is actually quite an easy target to kill. So once again, add a carrier for a plane. Everybody's been asking this, but I gotta actually give this guy respect for actually making this, because this does look pretty cool, the way that he's actually put this into the game. Anyway, next suggestion over here, we have ourselves, make it so you have to deploy the stabilizers before shooting the Patriot AA or Panzer. Yeah, the stabilizers are not even deployed, and I feel like that would actually work kind of as a counter for these anti-air vehicles, because right now they are incredibly annoying and they're just a pain once you guys actually fight against them, because most of the time, because they can just spam the missiles at you over and over again without any downsides, it's just kind of stupid. But while they move, they just kind of make it themselves harder to counter, but just having them kind of stabilized in one place would actually make it a lot harder to use and actually make it reasonable to counter. Anyway, the next suggestion which we have over here is make it so wings have their own health. Pros Realism, since missiles or Vulcan machine guns can get cut off, and the cons, new users who have issues with Realism. Yeah, most people would be having issues with Realism, but I also feel like the actual players of the game right now have been having a lot of issues with Realism being added to the game. Like, games are not meant to be super realistic, but at the end of the day, it will be cool if they do have some more realism. I completely agree with this. I feel like as time goes on, people would just get used to it, but it would kind of hurt to just be losing a lot of your armament mid-battles. Anyway, the next suggestion over here is add a Marine Corps tank drone. It helps with defense attacking and keeps you safe from danger. Do not add the launchers because it's a bad idea, or just make it one launcher. Yeah, having too many launchers would not be good. I don't think it will be balanced by just having like a bonus drone. I would actually really like this idea overall, so I'm gonna definitely give it a thumbs up. Okay, so next up we have ourselves, let me put scope on the Kar98K. Gotta say, after the snipers have received a nerf, having a scope on the Kar98K would actually be really reasonable, because it would allow it to have its accuracy back again. It used to be known as the most accurate rifle in the game, but no longer it is. Anyway, the next suggestion which we have over here is the Yak 141. Statistics will be speed would be free, firepower will be free, and health will be as 1, and it would have veto. The price of it will be $2 million. Operation destroys 70 ground vehicles or 40 daily quests. Okay, so I actually really like this. I gotta say that this is one of those planes which people have been wanting to see, because we don't want to constantly be having something like the F family. We want to have some more Russian jets, we want to have more Korean jets, more Japanese jets, and all this stuff. I feel like we're just kind of really biased towards America as of now, but I gotta say this is one of the cooler ones. Okay, so loadout for airplanes. So this guy's kind of talking about having much more customizability in order to actually be able to use our planes. And I really like this overall idea. I'm not going to be writing it out fully, but basically what it is trying to say is that you guys will be having kind of like a choice in order to pick which armament you want, which once again comes from the upgradable vehicles that people have been wanting to see, which hopefully will be arriving sometime soon after the brand new map comes in. Okay, so for April Fools, add the Class 1 Naboo Starfighter. I've already seen a suggestion like this, but once again, I really do love this idea. I feel like it would be very funny, much like having the Easter egg DeLorean, which we have right now, which is kind of unrealistic, and then we also have ourselves a freaking unrealistic thing from another universe. Once again, a funny suggestion, but I gotta respect it. Okay, so next I have ourselves a funny one. Once again, add a cup of coffee in the base that we can interact to and we can drink. Honestly, I feel like you guys know the shops that we have ourselves near the gas stations. I would actually like the idea of having some opportunity to actually buy some stuff from there. I know other games that do have some kind of things that you guys could do on the side while actually playing the game as well. Once again, one of the funny ideas, but it does have its meaning. Okay, so once again, we need to make the ships stronger. Example, T-90 can easily kill all the ships. How is that? That is, the ship's huge guns cannot kill a T-90 with one shot. Does the T-90 easily kill a ship? I think the ships need to be buffed. Redacted equal almost any technique can kill ships. And yeah, I completely agree with this. I feel like that's just so easy to kill the ships for the reason why is because the environment. The current ships do not work well with the current map environment. But once again, since we know a brand new map is going to be coming to the game, I feel like the ship PvP is going to be a lot better. And I hope there's going to be a lot more counters by the ships, because right now the ships barely have any ways to counter other vehicles, and it is kind of annoying to still play inside of them, despite the buff which we have received for many ships recently. Okay, make this a new spot for when you get your gun. The old one has been here for years, and yeah, once again, I can agree with this. I feel like the overall base itself, I feel like it should be a lot more colorful and etc. I mean, at the end of the day, in war, all the content and everything doesn't look super saturated like on these AA images over here, but I feel like just having a little more saturation on top of the base and actually having the base look much more colorful, while also having like a different way in which we could claim our weaponry, that would also be really cool. So once again, another suggestion, for the love of God, what is it with this render distance? Please add an option to change the render distance. Man, I gotta agree with this. The render distance in this game literally sucks. Like, I actually noticed this, that if you guys are in a tank and somebody's in a helicopter, the person that's in the tank is most of the time going to be seeing them first. That doesn't actually make any sense because of the fact that once you guys are in a tank, you're not supposed to see as much. The helicopters are supposed to be having so much more view across the map, but it's just the render is really weird. I don't know if it's something to do with Roblox, but I would guess it's also not the developer's fault, and it's also done for balancing reasons. But once again, once the new map does come out, I'm not gonna be judging, we'll just have to see. Okay, so once again, make different planes. Helicopters have different flare dumps, and I actually agree with this. Once again, I feel like there's so many planes in this game which just have exactly the same flares. In fact, most of the vehicles do work very similar to each other, and I feel like it's just kind of redesigns and remodels also at the same time. So having unique features such as at least like flares would at least differentiate the vehicles from the other ones as well, which would actually just add a lot more randomized experience for the players, which would just keep things a lot more fresh. Okay, so once again, add the handgun back as the 30 Rebirth Easter egg. I don't know why they actually removed these kind of things. They already removed stuff like the Land Rover, which I have heard that it's only for the fact that it's copyrighted, but then there's this other stuff that they have removed from previously, and I gotta say, all they really have to do to make it look very good again is just kind of redesign the way it looks on the game itself. Other than this, I would once again want to have some more Easter eggs. I don't know why they removed these. Okay, so once again, fix the M16 accuracy. It fires without any magazine box, making it impossible to fire the gun in real life. Yeah, I gotta actually tell you guys one thing. We gotta have some kind of more realism to these ships. I thought they are still working on the ships, and the ships are not really fully completed yet. But also, people ain't really using the Vietnam riverboat, so nobody will most of the time actually care about this, so it won't really matter as much. Okay, so once again, please add the PD-27 weapon. Yeah, we haven't really been getting weapons for such a long time, and I don't know why. I feel like having such unique weapons that work very much differently would very much work for the game, because it once again would keep things fresh, but also would add a lot more other mechanics than just spamming assault rifles, than just spamming snipers and shotguns. It just feels like the PvP doesn't have any like upsides and downsides to it. It's just PvP, if you guys get what I mean. It's a little weird with how it works, but just having stuff that's different in every single category would be a lot better. Anyway, next up we have ourselves, please add the Holy Grenade as an Easter eggs in the game. Man, I gotta say, once again, people are really crazy with asking for Easter eggs. Almost every single top suggestion, I feel like people are just asking for Easter eggs every time. Okay, so once again, B-52 Star Fortress that carries a nuke. And this would actually be really cool, of having ways to actually defeat people and actually attack their bases in different ways. I feel like they also haven't added the super fortresses for like such a long time, or just these very big planes. Like when the B-29 first came out, everybody was super hyped about it because it also had such a cool and unique mechanic, and the challenge was really difficult for it. Please add something that's like really big and major. People would love to see it. Anyway guys, that is all I have for you all in today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you would like to see added into War Tycoon. This video is not going to be too long. I try to make more of these episodes weekly, but we are probably going to be receiving some leaks tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.